happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard in solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. Today we're going to look at the Tivdio V-111 FM stereo shortwave medium wave DSP receiver. Here's the box. On the front you'll see a bunch of little blurbs here. We got a full band world receiver, talks about the different modes, FM stereo, smart backlight, USB power, shortwave from 3.2 to 21.9, TV sound, power switch, 360 rotating antenna. So this radio has a little identity crisis. This 80 memory, you flip the box over, and same thing on the back here, but they say 60 station presets. So interesting, I looked in the manual and it said 100 station presets. So what is the magic answer? Well, pretty much 60 is what you're going to be using. 20 on the FM, 20 on the medium wave, and 20 on the short wave. You could possibly have 15 on the long wave, but no long wave stations come in for me, so I doubt I'll be able to use that. So let's go ahead and open this up and see what's inside the box. So inside here looks like we get a pair of headphones. Fun. And radio. The manual here. The manual is pretty concise. It has to be. There's a lot of functions that if you didn't have the manual, you'd be lost trying to figure out what to do. And a lot of that has to do with the short press, long press, and holding the button down. They do 3 different operations sometimes on the same button. But once you get the hang of it, it definitely will be easy as you navigate the buttons. They talk about memories. As you can see, it says 100 here. Again, I found 60 is pretty much where you're going to be. The translation in this is pretty tough, but I'll try to go through the memory aspect of this radio because it's pretty important, and most people enjoy seeing that. So I will touch on that in the video. Time, alarm, clock, okay, and it shows all your frequency inside this. So a pretty basic manual. It has a DC input, which you talk about in here. One thing I did not find out about, it does not say anything about recharging the batteries inside there, so I was a little nervous about leaving my alkalines. So I took them out and hooked up the USB right to it, and it powered it on without batteries in the radio. So it does work real well. I like that. I like actually having that because everybody has a USB cable laying around and a charger. So didn't pick up any radio noise either. I thought I was going to get some noise from the charger, but I did not. So that was a bonus. So toss that aside, and we'll look at the radio here. First thing you saw was this beautiful wrist strap. Look at that gorgeous silver color. Can't miss it. A lot of people cut those off. I'm going to leave it on, collector's sake, you know. Tivdio label. Measured the radio at 5 inches long, 3 inches tall, and about 3/4 inches thick. Give you an idea of the size, and of course my handy dandy Iron Man cards. Give you an idea of the size there. On the front you're going to see some buttons here, and go for a close-up. On, off, mute, volume up and down, tuning up and down. Favorite's cool. You're going to see that real quick. That's a real neat feature. Lock, which is very handy. Memory, time, hour, minute, shortwave, medium wave, and FM buttons there share the same function. They say the white is for quick press, and long press is typically in the red. So if it's in red, you're usually long pressing to do that function, and if it's white, you're doing short presses to get that function. That's what they say in the manual anyway. Going to the back, they go over the frequency on the back here. We have FM starting at, what is that, 50 to 108? Wow. That's a first for me to see in a radio. Medium wave 520 to 1710. Shortwave 3.2 to 21.9. It does say 13 band, taking 2 AA batteries. The antenna was measured at 26 inches. It's a nice antenna length for this radio. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. I measured at 17.5 inches. No, not 26. 17.5 inches. And this radio was purchased off of eBay for a lovely price of $10.59, making it a budget winner. Pretty happy with the price. Wasn't happy with the quality. I had some issues when it came in. There were some little dings on the antenna there. I don't know if you can see that. There's a little ding there. On the other side, there's a little ding. I had some, just some superficial stuff. Like right here, there's a little knock in the plastic. The flip stand, which is nice. It's kind of loose, so when you're carrying, it just kind of, it just kind of opens up on its own. So I wasn't too thrilled about that. The big problem with this radio was it was missing a screw over here, and it was near the switch, and it was just a pain. So I took the screw out of this side and put it here. So as you can see, my unit kind of separates a little bit. See that? Because there's no screw on this one corner. But I figured it's not a very crucial corner, being the corner by the speaker and the battery compartment, not a big deal. So I just kind of move that screw there. And I told the gentleman who sold me the radio, and he said, you know what? You can just have the radio for free. I'll refund your money. So free radio. I'm very grateful for that. I wasn't expecting that. I was hoping for him to send me some extra screws in the mail, but instead he just gave me the radio. So let's go ahead and open this up, put some batteries in. And you can see it's got one of those straps to help you get the batteries out, but typically you don't need that. It's not a big deal. You're not like putting 5 batteries in or 6 batteries. Typically just get in the way of you trying to put the batteries in. I kind of just try to tuck that in there if I can, get it out of the way, and find out that works the best for me. Battery door closes pretty easily. Pretty simple. On the side, headphone jack, a secondary on-off switch. This is nice because it's a battery saver. It turns off your display also because it does have a running clock all the time. So we'll turn that on so our clock is on now. You can set the clock without turning the radio on, which is nice. We're just gonna... Okay, well that was cool. I wanted to show that later, but what that was the favorite button I hit by mistake. The favorite button automatically turns the radio on and goes right to your favorite station on the FM band. You can't choose shortwave or medium wave with that favorite button, but you can do FM. So I'll turn this radio back off. Okay, so you can set your time by holding the time button. Okay, you can see pretty basic stuff. So turn the radio on. This is a sleep thing, so you can have it turn off. You just keep hitting this. So you say, if I don't do anything, 20 minutes, the radio will turn off by itself.
You're listening to WFMT Chicago, 98.7 FM.
So we have FM band, your shortwave band, and medium wave. So to touch on the radio, for tuning, you up and down short, so you can go up this increments of 10 for the AM. On FM, it goes in increments of half steps to 1, half steps. To see how it's doing that. That's very interesting. So I was pretty excited about that. And shortwave it tunes in those half steps also. Okay. Also, you can press and hold, and it'll automatically search out the nearest loudest station. And when it finds it, it'll stop on the station. Also, you can, I'm trying to remember on this one here, you can quick press. Okay, yeah, this stops, and then long press. So, or sorry, hold, and you're just holding it down, and then it goes really fast, and you can just let go and it'll stop. So yes, it has a short for short little tuning. It has a long, and it'll do an auto seek till it gets the closest station, and then it has that fast tune where if you hold the button down, it'll go into a fast tune mode. So, and then it stops and you let go. Saw the mute button already in action, volume up and down, pretty basic stuff. Memory, real quick touching on the memory. If you're, so we'll go to medium wave. So we'll go here to memory, and what you do is you can tap it once, and then pick which slot you want the station in that you're on right now. So we'll put it in 4 and hit it again. So now if I was to go to memory 4, it would be 560. So to do that, you go to this M plus key and you tap that, and then you can go up and down here to your memories. Here it's on 4. And then after 2 seconds it goes away and you go back to your normal tuning mode. Okay. Also, with this memory key, if you press and hold, it's going to scan the entire band, and it's going to store all available channels up to 20, and it will stop on 20. You will see it stop on 20 there. So let it scan and do its thing. Also, with the memory, you saw that you could manually enter your key. You can actually overwrite certain stations, put some faint stations in that it couldn't find. I found that handy. So just remember, you have a total of 20 on each band. So lock key you saw is press and hold and locks all the buttons down. And the favorite, which is cool, boom, right to your favorite station on FM. And it does a great job on that. Overall, the FM reception is fantastic. Medium wave is fantastic. I've actually enjoyed using this as a reference radio to my R9012 Texan because it's analog and I don't know where I'm at sometimes. And so I tune in with this here and see if I can find it on digital scale. And that works out really nice. Another digital radio that I was using, it wasn't quite as good, so I'm pretty happy with this investment being it's free too. So with that said, you can see that I believe I've done the memory on this.
In the closing markets, the Dow.
It's going to go search from where I was at, which is nice. And you can stop the search. Saying that now those stations will be in there. So when you do your M plus and you start going up and down, you'll be able to go up and down those presets. So pretty easy. You just got to know about that long and short press. Once you start doing it enough, this radio is easy to use. You can tell that light's real strong, very handy. So we'll just go ahead and turn that off. Long press. Clock always is on until you hit the side switch, and that will turn it off. And there you go. So that's the review of the Tivdio V-111. It's a buy at $10.59. I think it's what it was paid initially. Like I said, if you have an issue with a Chinese seller on eBay and the radio comes in beat up, box is damaged, or there's some issues with the radio, feel free to ask them. You know, maybe they'll discount it for you, or they'll sometimes even let you keep the radio because it's difficult for you to send it back. You know, a $10 radio, it's going to cost them $10 to do a, more than $10 probably for a shipping label to go back. So it's good to just ask them, and a lot of times they're very nice about the situation. So, well, there you go. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.